We're gonna roll it to another one because we're going to the Midwest. I'm gonna say Mid. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
they want to do it. All I know is both of these teams were once lottery teams, and now some people saying they're lethal weapons because you got the Pacers that are balling. Right now they up 31-20 in the game. It was 31-16 last time I checked, but time flies when you doing a show in the NBA. But then you also got the Pistons, who up in New York, bright lights, big city. And then losing streaks, man. They got the whole Detroit ready to go to a game. So we gotta ask, man, who's the more dangerous team? Is it the Pacers or is it the Pistons? I'm gonna ask you, Joe.
Shout out to Carl, Pistons guy. Shout out to Ty and Tony, Pacers guy. But I'm going with the Pacers. We had a question a few weeks ago. Me and Dave was the only ones on the show. He went with Detroit. I went with the Pacers, right? And the reason why I like the Pacers, I think they're dangerous. I think the Pacers really have an opportunity. I think Orlando can be the third best team in the East. Orlando can, all right, because they defense. They got Paolo. Paolo is probably the best player outside of everybody on the Celtics and Cavs, right? He's probably the best player in the East in the playoffs. But the Pacers, one thing about them, number one, they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They got swept. It was a close sweep, but Tyrese Halliburton got hurt like in game one, I think, or game two. He got hurt in Boston. So he didn't play and then he got swept. Number three, their offense. When I look at Detroit's offense, everything is created by Kay Cunningham. Kay Cunningham is in charge. He's the guy that gets things going. What gets Detroit going to me is their defense. They are able to force turnovers, get on a fast break, and stuff like that. Indiana offense is just different. The way New York Indiana offense runs is 100% different than Indiana. New York is a lot of isolation. A lot of isolation with Cat, a lot of isolation with Jalen Brunson especially. With Indiana, it's a lot of ball movement. It's a lot of pick and roll, finding mismatches. There's a lot of extra passes happening. They're running 100 miles per hour. And then on defense, they're full court pressing y'all. They full court man-to-man, not pressing. Full court man-to-man the whole game for real almost. So, and they got a lot of weapons on offense. A lot of go-to guys they can go to. They can go to Tyrese Halliburton. They can go to Nembhard. They can go to they can go to Siakam. They can go to my man Ben what's Mathurin, right? Mathurin.
I'm about to say eggs Benedict. I've been in the NBA
Yeah.
chat too much, but yeah,
My man, Ben Math, you know what I mean? Doing
yeah.
8+1, But my point is, they have, and then on top of everything I'm saying, the coaching. Rick Carlisle. I feel like Rick Carlisle and Doc Rivers, they playing against each other, are polar opposites. Rick Carlisle overachieves. I said this when we did our previews. Overachieves what every roster he has, except for that one year with Dirk. Was he the coach? No, was he the coach?
Yeah,
When
with
Dirk
Dirk,
Whiskey
right?
lost in the first round of Golden State?
Yeah.
That's the only time he underachieved. Shout out Dirty Whiskey again losing to Golden State. Don Nelson. Shout out Don Nelson. But outside of that, he overachieves with all of his teams, in my opinion. And Doc Rivers, in my opinion, underachieves with every team. So that's a bad matchup for them. But Rick Carlisle is really good as a head coach. So is JB Bickerstaff. He's like Udoka. He instills toughness to his team and stuff like that, right? But when it comes to the X's and O's, I'm taking Rick Carlisle for game by game management when it comes to the playoffs. So give me the Pacers, man. They are super dangerous. Shout out Detroit though.
Joe, I gotta agree with you on that one.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, HOA?
I know. You said most dangerous team in the playoffs, right? And I sat back and I was like, who's the more scarier team? Is the Pistons. You talking about dangerous? It's the Pacers because of what you said. The way they create the offense, the weapons that they have over there. Now, I'm gonna talk more so about the HOA right quick because the reason why the Pistons would be the more scarier team is because you don't really expect them to be this good. Like you seen last night, right? You seen last night with Cade, and also not even last night, the game before that when the 21-0 run happened with the Knicks, it was kind of like, here we go. Who's going to help us out? I mean, Tobias did have a great game, but then again, they found a way to strap up Cade. But then you go back, you fast forward to game two. They found a way to be a little bit more efficient. Again, JB Biggerstaff has played this Knicks team, so he probably sat back and was like, I knew they was gonna do this in game one, but don't worry about it. Somebody gonna hit the floor 6 more times, and we're gonna find a way to win this game. I'm gonna let Dave talk a little bit more about the person that hits the floor 6 more times, Jalen Brunson. But that's why the Pistons are the more scarier team between the two. Because again, they just creep up on you, and then boom, you look up and you're like, oh man, they might win this series. Meanwhile, you talking about Tyrese Halliburton again. He got the song going crazy. I mean, his name in the song that's going crazy on the internet right now. But then Nimhard, Naismith, Pascal. There's so many pieces on this team that can score. And then you never know. They might get a fast break. Obi Toppin may be jumping from one of the towers. It's just gonna happen that way. And they going up against the Bucks. What did Dame say to Tyrese? He said, we could beat y'all. I know I can't repeat exactly what he was saying, but he's like,
I'll beat you.
Yeah, he had to make it personal like Brandon Jennings did because he already know that his team and his coach not going to do enough for them to win this series. So the Pacers going to find a way to get out of it. And I'm with you, though, as far as the Pacers being, I would say, hold up, you said the Pistons could be one of the top three teams, right? Or the Pacers? I want to make sure I heard
Orlando.
You right. Orlando. But who's in your top five right now?
My top five
in the East.
In the East, Boston, Cleveland. I would say Orlando, Pacers.
I'm just saying that fifth spot is up for
Knicks.
The fifth spot is up for grabs. That's scary.
Yeah,
team.
Well, the scary
team has something to say, but that's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
That's a good question, Tomo.
Tomo, you changed my mind on this. You changed my mind on this because I had to really think about danger and scary. I had to really think about that. And you really changed my perspective on this by saying that the Pistons are more scary because I agree. The Pistons are more scary because they can creep up on you and their defensive intensity can change a lot of things, especially when it comes against the Knicks. The reason why I'm going with the Pacers is because the Pacers have already been here. The Pacers were just in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And you look at what they did in game one, and I know we like to talk about offense when it comes to the Pacers, but do you know that in game one against the Bucks, they shot their worst from 3-point percentage throughout this entire season since November 8th last year when the season just started. November 8th, that was a while ago. Not only that, they held the Bucks to 41% from the field, 24% from three, and they out-rebounded them. They almost doubled their assist. So they played really good on offense in that game, and they played really well on defense. What gives me some kind of pause to where I can still kind of say the Pistons is because when I look at their team and I look at what is going to be more helpful in the playoffs, I believe defense is more helpful when it comes to the playoffs. Now, yes, you have to score. Don't get me wrong, you have to score. But if you also look at last year, the Pacers definitely. A lot of people said that they had a Mickey Mouse destination to the Eastern Conference Finals because every team they played against, somebody was hurting their team. I'm not here to say if it was Mickey Mouse or not. I just know that that's what was talked about. This year, everyone is healthy. Well, I mean, Dame didn't play the first game, but he's playing tonight. You know, he's not on blood thinners anymore. So thankfully he's healthy. He's able to play. He's able to play in the playoffs, and we're going to see him throughout the playoffs. If they make it out the first round. Detroit is so good defensively that they can change the way that a team has to play against them. The Knicks like to play, like Joe said, the Knicks like to play a one-on-one game most of the time. That's not going to work against the Pistons because Asar Thompson is really good defensively. Cade can play good defense. I mean, Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway aren't one of the best defenders, but Malik Beasley can play tough defense. We know how good he played defense when he was with the Bucks. Tim Hardaway, I mean, he's never really been a good defender, but I guess he can play a little bit of defense, of course. And then you got Isaiah Stewart, who didn't even play last night. He's going to be back for sure. You got Jaren Duran. Paul Reed is good down low. So the way that they play defensively can cause some issues. Now, when I look at them, let's say both teams advance to the next round. Which team has a better chance of advancing? to me, it might be the Pistons because they are going against. They can play really good defense against Cleveland. Now they haven't beaten Cleveland in the regular season. I don't believe. Maybe I think they won one game. Without I think they beat Cleveland without
The Pistons
when
will play
K
the
didn't
Celtics.
play.
Pistons will play the Celtics.
They
Yeah,
are
well,
also they're the 60. They're the 60. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So well then that
Pacers will play Cleveland
Pacers will play Cleveland.
and they going.
or Miami.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
All right.
Hey, they don't sleep on Miami though. But go ahead.
I'm not sleeping on it's my team. You think I'm sleeping on my own team?
I mean,
Ain't
yeah.
Pat Riley?
Maybe
That was
I
woke in that game. That was woke game one though. I seen him
Yeah.
standing up and everything. But go ahead.
bet he was. Bet he was. Looking at that second round matchup, I can see the Pacers definitely getting Cleveland out of there. I don't think the Pistons.
I see that too.
I don't think the Pistons would be able to beat the Celtics in the second round if the Celtics advance. I
If
wouldn't.
the
I don't.
Celtics advance, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. So, now they would have a better chance if Orlando beats Boston, but that would be a
Orlando
good
will
match.
beat Detroit too. They're a better defensive team.
What I'm
But look,
saying is,
That's why
all I'm saying is it would be different.
but I disagree with both of y'all. The Pacers are more dangerous and scary. How is Detroit more scary? What's the difference?
I think it's just the way that they play defense. That's what makes them scary.
What's scary is their offense, Indiana.
But you expect that.
Scary is not what you don't. I guess you watch a scary movie. It's like
yeah, jump scare. That's the Pistons.
Yeah,
you're not expecting it.
Scary is something that you don't expect.
Dangerous is like Debo. You take your chains off. Debo coming.
Exactly.
So Dave, when you came to this segment, you told yourself, I think the Detroit Pistons can surprise some people more than the Pacers can surprise some people. But naturally, I think the Pacers are better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense. Don't worry about it. We'll be talking about the Wizards in 2 more years.
2?
I want to go 1, but I don't know what's going to happen.
It's doable. It's doable. They got the cap space. They're going to get a new coach next year, for sure.
Better get a new coach.
If y'all get the number 1, number 2 pick.
Hey. We'll talk about that another day.
He got voted as the worst coach, too, by the way.
I'm not listening to the media. Now they want to talk about Wizards coach.
He is. Tomo, he's just a bridge. It's okay.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't care what y'all talking about.
Okay.
Them boys was out there balling.
By the way, score 40-30. Pacers dropped 40 in the first quarter. Halliburton got 23 points.
I'm waiting for Ty to drop a comment.
Sorry. He scored an assist on 23 points.
So then we go from a scary / dangerous team in the East to